To support the mission and giving a voice to the voiceless and donate to the Juice Radio Show. The Juice Radio Show is a nonprofit 501c3 powered by KBOB 89.9 and Eden Media Services, operating solely off the gifts, donations, and contributions made by listeners like yourself. All donations made to the Juice Radio Show are tax deductible and can be sent to 1216 North Lansing Avenue, Suite D, Tulsa, Oklahoma 74106.
It's Tulsa, I see you here in Tulsa. I'm in Tulsa chillin'.
We appreciate your continued support and thanks for listening to KBOB 89.9 FM. Welcome to the show that talks about Tulsa, people making a difference in the Tulsa community. Special guest interviews spotlighting local businesses to covering important issues within the community no one else is talking about. The hot topics and more. Ladies and gentlemen, back from the top one time, it is World One Development's very own News You Can Use with your host, Mr. Charles Harper and Mr. Molly Wilson.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to World One Development's News You Can Use. We want to thank everyone for either listening on the radio, watching us on Facebook Live, and on www.kbob899.com, or tuning in to any of the News You Can Use media networks, which are powered by World One Development. We really appreciate that. I am your hostess with the mostest, Mr. Molly Wilson.
And I'm Charles Harper. It's Wednesday, a.k.a. Hump Day, October 19th, 2022. And we are live every Wednesday at 1 p.m. right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the News You Can Use media networks, powered by World One Development. We are set for an exciting show, you guys. You better call your mom and them and tell them you can call in at 918-856-3873 or post your comments on our Facebook Live feed at World One Development.
So, on today's show, NYCU is going international. We're going to have Pastor Rodney Gray on the show talking about the mission trip that we'll be reporting on in December from London, England, and Uganda. Find out how you can help.
Yep. We'll also talk to Valerie Collins Harding, who is making her way up the ladder on The Voice with Team Legend. And NYCU is headed to Jackson State University's homecoming tomorrow. Find out why this is such a big deal.
And, of course, our Hump Day hot topics, which are Jalen Rose is in the middle of a mess with his sister. Find out why. Student loan forgiveness application is open. Have you filled out the form? NBA Hall of Famer diagnosed with a brain tumor. Find out who. And U.S. museums return African bronzes stolen in the 19th century. Birthdays and more.
This is News You Can Use right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the News You Can Use media networks, powered by World One Development, and we'll be right back.
The 36th Street North Event Center is a full-scale event center where we share the experiences of the community. At the event center, you can rent space for weddings, birthday parties, receptions, concerts, Greek events, quinceañeras, and much more. We also do custom decor, linen, and centerpieces. We're located at 1125 East 36th Street North. To book your next special event, business gathering, or community event, call us at 918-200-9046.
Fitting Back In is a reintegration program designed to help those released from prison to fit back into the community as productive, valuable members of society. They help schedule various classes such as anger management, substance abuse, and mental health. They also work with different programs in the community to provide job training. If you or someone you know needs help with resources in career development, employment, or housing, to find out more information, call 918-592-3500 or stop by 2121 North Harvard Avenue, Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. This is News You Can Use right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the News You Can Use media network, powered by World One Development.
And we are back. So News You Can Use is all about shedding some light on the positive happenings in our community. There are many great businesses, programs, and events occurring in our neighborhood, and we felt the community needed to hear about those things. One, so we can support, and two, so we can be informed.
That's right. I'm Charles Harper, Executive Director of World One Development, which includes Fitting Back In, EduRec Youth and Family Fun Center, 36th Street North Event Center, and Oklahoma Community Support Coalition. My job, because the world wants to know, is financial stability and infrastructure for all of our community development projects. And I am so excited and I am so elated to be one of the creators of this phenomenal show.
And I'm Damali Wilson, Executive Director of Operations for World One Development. And my job is creating, monitoring, and enforcing protocol for each of our community development projects. I am also in charge of social media for all of the World One Development entities. If you would like to advertise your business or organization on this show or any of our other individual platforms, please inbox me your contact information on Facebook Messenger so we can talk. I am also happy and elated to be one of the creators of this show.
Damali.
What up? What up?
How are thou doing today?
Cold.
You know what? It's weird out there.
Yes.
Because you look outside, you went out there with your tank top on.
Man, you're going to run right back in the house.
Wrong answer.
Real fast.
It is not 80 to 90 degrees outside.
It's
Very
actually supposed to
deceiving.
warm back up today. So
Man, I hope so, because I can't take it.
That's-
about after any time now, the sun should be coming out.
Yeah, well, thank God.
The sun is out already. The problem is the temperature
The
is
chill
not
is
out.
still
the,
out.
The chill is still in, and and it's 1 o'clock. You know what I mean? It's 1
Yes.
o'clock. Hey, I tell you what, people are still out. Y'all be careful out there. It is a beautiful day. Because some people like weather like this. Them warm-natured people that be always
Not
sweating.
me.
Them pastors, they get to preaching and sweating. I know they probably like it when it's a little bit cooler for them
Right?
in their profession. But it is a beautiful day out there. Hope you guys are taking care of yourself and being careful and driving to arrive alive and all that good stuff. We have a phenomenal show lined up for you guys today. So make sure you start sharing this video right now because you don't want to miss any of this show that we got going on. JB Smooth is back in the building with us.
Yes,
What's
thank
going on?
God.
Happy to have
Hey,
him.
Been all over across the
yeah.
byways and highways.
We've been everywhere, man.
Yes. So
But I'm
excited.
officially back now.
Okay,
officially
you back.
back.
See, he
Yeah.
said back twice.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, I'm
means
back.
he here for real.
I tell you what, I looked on here. It's about 400 secret lessons.
Oh,
I ain't gonna say nothing about that, but I thought I seen a
we see
limousine.
y'all.
I saw a helicopter. I saw somebody crawling on the grass up
Right,
under a
right.
bush. But I'm not gonna worry about that.
Right.
Let me do this first. Let me thank and appreciate our first responders, our healthcare professionals, food providers, restaurant workers, and essential workers for their services on the front lines during this time. It's great how organization and churches in the community are coming together to help those in the community during this coronavirus epidemic.
Yes. And before we get started, we want to send out prayers to singer Brandy, who was hospitalized after allegedly having a seizure last week. So we want to send prayers out, because that's crazy.
I love Brandy.
Yes. And just to know that, she is having that type of a crisis,
Wow.
So we just always want to be prayerful for, the folks that, we come across in our day to day, because you never know. It might her today and you tomorrow.
It could be anybody,
Yeah.
her and Ray J, we done grew up with them basically.
Absolutely.
So when you see something like that and just
Yeah.
knowing how sweet she is and how beautiful of a spirit, then you hate for something like that to happen. But
Yeah.
it's prayers that everything goes well with her, number one, and then the family and the community and all the fans out there like us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So guess what?
What?
NYCU is going international.
Shut
Oh
up.
my
You
God.
better ask somebody about
Yes.
something. Somebody
Oh my God.
call somebody and tell somebody about somebody that know about somebody. I don't even know what that meant, but it
Right.
sounds good.
Exactly. So we kind of talked about this a little bit and hinted around and
little
talked
bit.
about what we were kind of doing. But today is the day, the big unveil of what we're going to be doing, why we're doing it, and who we're doing it with.
Let me do a couple of shout outs because
Go
the
ahead.
listening audience, we streaming all around the world
Yes.
and they get mad at me when
Yeah.
I don't give shout outs. So let me start out.
Go
We got
ahead.
Teresa in the building,
Hey,
Miss
hey, sis.
Ernestine Broom. She
Hey,
is
Miss Broom.
fitting back in legend. My cousin, Miss Brenda Berry's in the
Hey,
building.
Brenda.
Mr. AJ Johnson tuning in from Jacksonville,
Is the
Arkansas,
Energizer.
down there in the J-Bone Lounge. Alicia Walker,
Hey,
she's
hey,
in.
hey.
He said Mr. Energizer is in the house. He's sharing it live. So that means we live on the East Coast, the
Yes.
West Coast, up, north, down, south, and in the other
Okay.
country because he follow
Coming
all the groups.
through.
Your mom is on.
Hey, mommy.
My
And the
mama,
J-Bone Lounge, too.
mama,
Yeah.
I'm in this studio hungry, drinking water.
Stop
I got a
it.
problem. I'm having flashbacks. Look in the refrigerator, you ain't got number water, you got a problem. Jeremiah Blackwell from Mississippi. We
Hey,
call
hey,
him
hey.
Maestro Sigalo. He's in the building. We got Michael Brewer, one
Hey,
of our
Michael.
favorite. He's in. Raquel Moore. Hope I'm
Hey.
saying that right. Say hello, beautiful people. Blessings to you all. Keep doing what you're doing. Mr.
Aw.
Polo Powell streaming in from
hey.
St. Louis. He's in the building. Then I got a name that I'm gonna let Damali go through because it's like Turkish.
What?
Samalama loom loom
What?
loom. Boom boom. What is that? You
I
stuck
don't
like
know.
me.
I don't know who that is. I'm stuck too. So, hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing? Streaming in. I figure that might be one of our
Right.
international partners. Sorry
Right.
about that. Hey, we're gonna go to
Tell
English
us how to
class.
say your
We're
name.
gonna come back in after break and we're gonna get that together and many, many more. But we got to get to the show. Get down to the real deal.
Yes.
And like Damali said, man, I'm so humble because you never know what God may do.
Amen.
And getting an opportunity to go from local to regional to international,
Yes.
I'm so humble, but I'm excited
Yes.
because we're going to be able to serve. And I found the guy walking around, and he done traveled through D.C. It's hard to get him, but he did not send a representative. He
Right.
came in here live himself, and I'm so thankful and I'm so humble to have none other than a person I call Doctor, but he's a pastor,
Right.
Rodney Gray, in the building with us.
Yay.
Welcome to the show.
Yes. How are you doing?
I got good news for you, Damali.
Uh-oh, what is it?
Well, you know we're going to Africa in December, right?
Yes.
So you ain't got to worry about cold weather.
Now you show right about that.
Hey.
Yeah, it's gonna be 80 degrees.
You
straight
show
up.
right about that. but it's gonna be cold when we get to
Oh
the UK.
yeah. Oh well, now it won't be as cold as here, but
Okay.
it'll be chilly for there. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying?
Okay, but I can survive that,
oh,
but
yeah,
then
you'll
I'm gonna
be-
get to the
yeah,
motherland and I'm gonna be good.
Oh, you're gonna be good.
Oh,
Straight
okay.
up good.
Oh, okay. Well, I got something to look forward to then.
You're gonna be good and solid. Rodney Gray, so you're in here. Of course, what we like to do is let the people know a little bit about where you're from, how you got here, and what's going on.
Yes.
Well, I'm here because of you.
Uh-oh.
And we was in Tyson's barbershop
Hey.
Yeah.
salon.
Yeah.
Tyson, Chris Tyson. We're gonna shout out to them.
Shout out to
Yes,
Chris.
my guys over there. Chris, where my food? I ain't forgot. Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead.
And then you walked over to me and said you wanted to get in on this trip to Africa.
Right.
So we're so happy that you're joining the crew.
Yes. Yeah.
In fact, with the two of you, now we've got what I call the Seven Magnificent.
Oh,
Hey.
you hear that,
You
JB?
hear
We
that?
got a title.
We got
Title.
Seven Magnificent.
Hey.
Oh, hey, what you
Going
man
on.
say?
That's a movie
I'm
and
talking
that's
about.
a movie and a podcast.
Yeah,
It's one
but-
called in this,
Right.
The Magnificent Seven.
Yeah, we got the Magnificent Seven
I
going
love it.
overseas to
Yes.
join our friends in Uganda.
Yes.
A little bit about me. I'm like you said, I'm from DC originally, but we've been here. I might as well say I'm an Okie now. I've been
Right.
here longer than I was in DC. 32 years,
Oh.
30 something here.
I'm not gonna let y'all put the numbers together.
Right.
we ain't going because somebody's probably doing some math
Counting.
about
Right,
now. You know what I'm
right.
saying? But yeah, I came here after working in the government for several years. But before I worked in the government, listen to this, Charles. When I was in college in the 70s, we had an opportunity to work with a group of African Americans who were in the 70s already doing nonprofit work in Africa.
Right.
And so I got to team up with them. So my heart just bled for what was happening.
Right.
At that time, they were going through drought in what was called the Sahel, 7 countries around the Sudan. And a friend of mine, someone that I got to know who was over this organization, was doing relief work, but he was linking arms with the Africans who had the capability to do the work themselves, but they didn't have the finances to make it happen. So
Gotcha.
this brother was a former Peace Corps person working
Oh,
over
okay.
there, but we had a motto: help Africa help, because they had the skills and capabilities, but they just need us to link arms.
Right.
So that was just in my gut ever since the 70s when we were working with them. So I came here to Oklahoma to attend seminary, ORU. Shout out to ORU.
Shout out to
Yes,
ORU.
yes.
When I got here, Africa was on my heart. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord directed me. He said, my mission was Tulsa. I said,
Okay.
what?
Yes,
Africa.
yes.
So, we spent about 30 some years working with the youth here in the city through organization Destination Discovery Youth at Heart, teaching life skills, doing a number of things with them, but at the same time working with a friend who had an international operation. So it was in 2011 that we got an opportunity to have some of the youth from Tulsa to actually travel to Uganda
Oh,
Hey.
wow.
and
that's awesome.
work with orphans to help to build a structure on an orphanage. And it was at that time that I met a young man from Africa who was doing an awesome job working with his own communities.
Right.
And that was none other than Pastor Stephen Caperi, who I believe is on the line. So you even got
Yes.
Uganda on the line today.
Okay,
Hey.
yes, Uganda in the house.
And so what I saw in his work, it mirrored what I was doing here in Tulsa, trying to empower youth to be
Yeah.
the best they could be. His organization, Youth for Charity Mission, serves over 2,000 youth in Uganda. But
Wow.
not only that, they work with adults, and particularly in the community that we'll be going, it's in the bush pretty much, in Kamuli, where they have about 500,000 people. But the poverty there is about 24%.
Okay.
Impoverished, and the literacy rate is only about 50%, 55%
Wow.
in that region.
Wow.
So we've got this young man from that community who's really making a difference. He's got a community center there, just like we had here, you know, with Youth at
Right.
Heart,
Right.
and they've got some kids in orphanage with them that they're teaching and after school working with them. And so they're seeing some success with what they're doing. They're working with over 300 kids right there in that village area.
Yeah.
Wow.
They got
Yeah.
sports leagues, you know, like we do.
Right.
They also are just, like I said, tutoring after school. They're seeing progress with the kids. And he started a church. And so that excites me because I'm a pastor.
Yeah.
Right. So,
And so we were planning to go in 2019, but that's when, of course, the outbreak of COVID hit.
right.
And so instead of going back, the Lord directed me, hey, help them to get through COVID. And so it was during that period that he birthed the church to go along with all the other exciting things he's
Right.
doing.
Right.
And so we were able to help them to send relief from COVID and also, help them to get the church going with some supplies and things. But they were worshiping outside.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
And that's not cool because they have rainy seasons where you don't want the umbrella up while
Right.
while
You're
while
trying
you
to
worship.
Yeah.
So the Lord put on my heart that we would build them a church. Now, those of you who are from the 70s and 60s like me, I'm dating some of the folk. I remember Sidney Poitier. He told, I'm gonna build me a chapel.
Uh-oh.
So we're building a chapel. We're building
Yes.
a church. They've actually got the frame up. They've got the roof. They're putting the roof on this week as we speak. And so the exterior should be completed, I believe, this week. And this is the thing. Now, to build a church here, how much you think that would cost?
Here?
$2 million.
It depends on which
What kind of
bishop
church?
you're
Yeah.
talking to. It depends now.
I hear you.
If
I
you're
hear
talking
you.
to
I
the
feel you.
bishop that's riding in the complete
Right.
classic is one thing, but if it's Cadillac, it's something else.
Yes.
So,
Well, okay. Let's even just say, let's go on the cheap end. Okay. Let's go on the cheap end.
cheap end is probably 250,000.
Yeah.
How about
250,000?
250,000?
Yeah.
How about
That's cheap end.
250,000? Yeah. And so, look, they're going to try to do something modest that will serve about 300 to 500 people, right?
Mhm.
So we need a 250,000, 300,000, something like that. Guess how much theirs cost?
How much?
How much?
10,000.
What?
Wow.
Wait a minute. Can I go
I mean,
build their house
I
over
just
there and
went
bring it
over
back?
there, I just went to Charles and I just said, look, give me a little bit something out of your wallet.
And I went right into I have my checking and my savings. I'm like, now it ain't like what it looked like. So just give me a minute. You turn your back with your wallet.
Hold on.
Yeah, I
See,
saw come
now
on.
this gets back to
Okay.
the Help Africa Help. You hear what
Right.
I'm saying?
Correct.
So we've got people over there with skills that have the skills to build the church, and get the skills to do all the architecture and the whole bit. So
Right.
they just need money
Right.
because I said that it's the poverty situation. So that was one of the first things we've done. So we've got now the shell of the building. Now we still need to complete the interior and to put
Right.
the doors on and a
Right.
number of other things. So we gave them the 10, 11,000 to get started. So now we just need to go back in our pocket to do a finish on it. And they don't, for them, they're just happy to get in the door. They're going to get in the door and out of the rain probably in a
Yes,
couple
yeah.
of weeks.
Yeah.
But
that's
we
awesome.
want them to be able to sit in comfort. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
So this is our intention to finish what we started.
Yeah.
Man, who knew some young people had left North Tulsa and
Yeah.
been to Uganda and did
Oh,
that? It's
Yeah.
Tell me about it. My young folk that went, and see, this is why I'm so excited that you're going to go. And I'm so excited, that God directed me. He said, work with Tulsa first, and then I will open up Africa.
Yeah.
And so the reason was because we don't want to go back to Africa by ourselves.
Right.
We got the team that's
Right.
going with us.
Right.
Because while we will help them, actually it benefits us to shake hands with people across the seas. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So our kids, when they went, one of my young men had previously been a gangbanger. You know what I'm saying?
right.
But when he got over there, his whole demeanor shifted. In fact, he came back and went back to McLean his senior year, and the principal asked, "What happened to you?" He said it was Uganda. He said it was Africa. Just changed.
He realized how blessed he really
Yeah,
was.
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And he saw the way they respected him. And see, the kids that are in school over there, they don't benefit from public education the way we do.
Right.
After they reach, I believe it is maybe the middle school ages, they got to pay for their schooling.
Oh, wow.
And they take it seriously over there. So I had one girl that went with me. It was just hard to get her to get the C just to go. I said, look, you got to at least have a C average. Okay. She comes back and gets nothing but A's and B's. And they asked her, she said it was Africa. When I saw the benefit that we have over here.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is it's good that we're able to go and engage with people that may not have some of the things we have, but they have something to show us and we have something to give back to them.
Yeah. And I'm going to say this too. Go ahead, Jerry.
Speaking of engaging, last time we took a trip somewhere, we had to have 32 security guards with big weapons. So, like, is the team gonna be safe when y'all go? Like, what's going on?
I sure hope so.
We might bring you along. Well, we're gonna go get the Minnesota Freedom Fighters. That's where we had a.
Yeah.
No, he's talking about when the George Floyd situation happened.
Yeah.
So I think
I
that's
feel you.
different because that's
Yeah,
a situation
yeah,
of unrest.
Yeah.
Right.
This is not that kind of situation.
No,
Yeah.
we're not going to have those issues.
You just said the bush, and I was like,
well, when I say that, I'm just because those are terms that we understand. But if you go over there now, how many of y'all remember back in the day in Beggs and places like that we called the country?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, you'd be like going to the country.
My grandma lived
You know
in
what I'm
Bristol.
talking about?
Yeah.
So it'd be like going to the country. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Country.
So
well, some people think it's like the movie, so you'd be like,
Yeah.
well, no,
You know.
it's not going to be quite like that. And if you go into Kampala, which we will get a chance to travel to the capital city, and we're going to fly into Entebbe, which is a wonderful city, and it's cosmopolitan. It's a beautiful place to be, and I wouldn't want to drive there though. My
contrary to
God.
popular belief, Africa is pretty modernized in certain places.
Yeah, exactly. But there are still, and even where we're going, it's not like they're running around like in Tarzan and all that kind of good stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's going to be, and we will be safe.
Yeah.
There are in pockets of the surrounding areas where there may be some issues going on, but no, we're going to be in good
And
shape.
let me add this is to say how fitting this is for us for World One Development, because we do a lot of community development projects.
Right.
And when I used to see people going on mission trips, I used to go, because I do live in South Tulsa. So I was like, I can just drive 15 minutes and I can see a place where I can help. But we've been doing EduRec for 10 years now.
Right.
I mean, it's been 10 years,
Right.
EduRec
Right.
Youth and Family Fun Center, and that's where we connected.
Right.
And a lot of people may not know that Rodney Gray is the one that trained our staff
Right.
to deal with the kids and work with the kids and give them.
Yeah.
So a lot of times y'all say, man, y'all have wonderful, wonderful staff. He's been our staff trainer from the beginning
Right.
on our community development projects. So now I think it's fitting that a decade later, that in my mind, we're helping here, home first.
Right.
Now
Right.
taking that
Right.
international and now
Showing
having
the world.
Exactly.
ready to
I learned a long time ago. The world is getting much smaller because of the ability to communicate, through,
Sure.
through the internet and different types of platforms. And so that being said, it's time for us to travel abroad to see what's happening with other folks. That's why we're going into England too.
Yes.
And that's so exciting because
Yeah.
we've got someone from England who's going to go over there with us. So we've got 3 continents connecting.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying?
that's going to be awesome.
The music mean is again. Remember when you asked me about the $10,000 at one time? See, the music is about money too. That means our segment is 20 minutes and we got to take a break. But before we go, lastly, because Damali and I are going to get into the fundraising piece before we get out of here.
Right.
We got the QR codes. We got it all set up. But for people to be able to follow what's going on, follow you, website, Facebook, whatever, what do you want to get to people? Because people are tuning in from all around the world.
So you say,
Just to support the effort.
well, we just, want them to roll their sleeves up if they could, pray if they can,
Right.
and, to get in on it, $10, $5, whatever,
Right.
To help us to get that completed. And if somebody wants to throw down a $10,000 check, I ain't going to be mad.
Like, thank you. Pick that up.
Yeah, the music means we have to take a break, but we are going to launch a fundraising campaign. And
we'll talk
before we
about
get
that
out of here, we are going to get you guys the information. But before that, Raquel Morris tuned in, Ernest Lynch, Bishop
Hi.
Melvin Cooper is on.
Hey,
It is so, my cousin
Bishop.
April. There's so many people on. We love you guys. We're going to take a quick break because we have another super guest live. in
And we are so excited about her, too.
with a nice little ball cap on.
Right?
Rodney Gray, love you, man.
Yes,
We're going
thank
with you. We're going to be talking about this till we get out of here on December 1st.
Yes.
And we love you.
Yes, yes.
Appreciate it. Can
Thank
I
you.
stay in and listen to my
You absolutely can.
Yes,
Right
you
after this
can.
break, this is news you can use right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the news you can use media networks powered by World One Development. We'll be right back, y'all.
The 36th Street North Event Center is a full-scale event center where we share the experiences of the community. At the event center, you can rent space for weddings, birthday parties, receptions, concerts, Greek events, quinceañeras, and much more. We also do custom decor, linen, and centerpieces. We're located at 1125 East 36th Street North. To book your next special event, business gathering, or community event, call us at 918-200-9046.
The Juice Radio Show and KBOB 89.9 would like to say thank you to all of our listeners and sponsors who donate to help keep our media program alive, reaching the community. The Juice Radio Network continues to expand as influencers in the community of North Tulsa and beyond, but can't do that without your help. That's why it's important that we as a community continue to support the Juice Radio Show and keep 89.9 on the air. The community not only deserves this service, but needs this service. Let's continue to support the mission and giving a voice to the voiceless and donate to the Juice Radio Show. The Juice Radio Show is a nonprofit 501c3 powered by KBOB 89.9 and Eden Media Services, operating solely off the gifts, donations, and contributions made by listeners like yourself. All donations made to the Juice Radio Show are tax deductible and can be sent to 1216 North Lansing Avenue, Suite D, Tulsa, Oklahoma 74106.
It's Tulsa, Tulsa. I see you here in Tulsa. I'm in Tulsa chillin'.
We appreciate your continued support and thanks for listening to KBOB 89.9 FM.
So I did the same, yeah. What you did to me was much worse. I had to do something. So I crushed the windows out your car, yeah. You know I did it 'cause I love my mom. Brown money that showed me the trouble.
This is news you can use right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the news you can use media networks followed by World One Development. And we are back. Y'all
Yes.
just heard the beautiful voice.
Yes,
Somebody
on
got-
the voice.
I got
The beautiful
chills.
voice on the voice.
Hold on.
Yes.
My shoulders started doing like the cabbage patch upstairs and kind of the Tootsie Roll downstairs. I don't know what's going on. And,
Charles is great.
I know her. We are so excited because this young lady, she has been to our event center many, many times performing, has always done a phenomenal job. Every time it's always a sold out crowd.
Right.
So we can already attest to her talent and her gifts because, we have witnessed it it firsthand, time and time again. But now the world gets to see her.
Yeah, literally.
We are so excited.
Thank you.
So we have Miss Val in studio. Valerie is what you guys know her as. She is actually on The Voice right now, a part of Team Legend.
Get out of here. Come on
Yes,
now.
yes. Doing a phenomenal job and making us so very proud of you. We are so excited. JB has another. You got another little clip.
Thank you, coaches.
Listen to this.
John, you got the final word, but give us some thoughts on that battle.
We talked a lot about being in character for this song, and I felt like, Dia, you really embraced that advice so well. Not only did you come out with this dope outfit looking like a superstar, but you also carried yourself with the demeanor of a star. Valerie, you can just flat out sing, and your voice has so much electricity and power to it. So I have to figure out what's the right way to go, and I'm stalling.
John, who is the winner of this battle?
This is an intense moment for you right here, right,
The winner
Val?
of this battle is Valerie.
I was like holding my breath, like, what is he gonna say?
I don't think my heart has beat that fast and that hard. It felt like it was about to come out. Oh, Jesus, it was.
Yes.
Oh, Lord. Oh, my God, y'all.
Yes. So tell the folks, how long have you been singing?
You know, to be honest, I don't know, because I've been singing since forever.
Yes.
I was a little girl, and I don't know. My mom had me singing in church, of course.
Yes.
From 4 years old, 5
Yeah.
years old, and our family sung. So I traveled around singing with them. So I've just been singing all of my life.
Yeah.
41 years old.
Yes.
So all of my life.
So that
That's
singing
awesome.
it's just in your
In your-
voice.
Yeah.
It's in
And then
me.
it sounds like it's in your DNA. If you're
Right.
traveling with the
Yes,
family. So
yes.
it's just there.
Yes,
So you're from Muskogee, right?
I am.
Yeah, born and
raised.
Okay. JB's from Muskogee too.
Oh,
Man.
yeah.
Yes.
Gotta give it up to
Yes. Okay, we got you, JB.
Down business.
Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome. So your parents sang. So your family sang.
Yes, my mother's side and my dad's side. Of the
Oh,
family
wow.
sang.
So
My
you gotta-
grandmother and her sisters on my dad's side sang too. So it comes from both sides.
That
Yeah.
sounds like she put her bottle down
Yeah.
and picked up a mic.
Yes,
It wasn't wasting no time.
Pretty much.
Say, I am not gonna say daddy or mama, but I'm gonna
Right.
sing
Yes.
something for you right there. Give me a minute to do a melody for you.
And it's so amazing. So your husband is a musician.
Yes.
Yes,
Plays
yes.
guitar.
Yes. And so you guys do this, you guys sing all the time,
All
which
the
is,
time.
amazing. So what made you decide to do The Voice?
Well, I had got a lot of people sending me links and stuff like, "Oh, you should try out." I'm looking like, no, I'm not trying out for The Voice. I don't have time,
Right.
because I sing enough in my community, and I think about that. I think about where I need to be, and this is where I need to be.
Right.
Around here,
right.
and I'm like, being on a show like that is great, but where do I really need to be
Wow.
is here.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, let me just try it out. Let me just get on there and do. It was virtual, so do this little virtual thing. Wasn't taking it serious at all.
Yes.
Did I get a call back? An hour later, they send you,
What?
you've made
An
it.
hour. Oh my God!
hour
1
later,
hour.
Yes, an hour later.
Some people never get a call back at all.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
that you didn't make it.
Right.
But I actually got a call back
In
that I was
60
on
minutes.
to the
Wow.
Gotta call back in 60 minutes.
Amazing.
And I'll say this too, and you said it, and this community, you are the community.
Yes.
I mean,
Thank
we've
you.
had back to school bashes at Edgerac, and you walk and you hear somebody sing, and you be like, "Who is here?" And you run over to the stage, and you go, "I took a picture with you." I said, "I
Yes.
gotta take a picture because you can sing."
Yes.
I remember that.
Yes.
And
Everybody be like this little lady.
I know.
And
This
it
big
is
voice.
explosive.
every
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
you just be looking. But what I'll say I love about community is the fact that whether it's at Edgerac, at just a back to school bash or something like that with kids or just wherever, you still give people everything.
Yeah.
And then we see you at where people are paying, and it's weddings or it's galas, but you give the
Yeah.
same.
Yeah.
Put it
So
all on the stage
Yeah.
every time.
I don't know
Every
what
time.
else to do.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how to. And then even being on The Voice, it was said they edit a lot, but it was said, how I have so much. I sing so big all the time, it's just what's in me. That's how I feel, and that's all I know how to convey. That's how I don't know. I'm gonna start working on being a little more. I'm gonna start working on that.
You gotta keep just doing what you're doing. You've been working all this time.
It works.
I thought at a time when you being on TV is so scripted.
Yeah.
Like they kind of want you to be in this certain space, And if you're same with Tony Mason, big voices.
Yeah.
Just hard to. It's hard to coach somebody like that. Was it hard for you to be coached?
They didn't say this part. Camila Cabello said that when after my blind audition, she said, I didn't turn around because I can't coach you. I don't know how to coach you.
Yeah.
And another part that she said is, I don't know what to. I want to be able to learn from you.
Wow.
Yeah, she said that, but they,
Yeah,
they edit that part out.
Yeah. I remember listening to John say, that he said, I think his exact words were that your voice was just so big and that you can just absolutely sing.
Yeah.
I mean, not sing, which is just so amazing. How do you feel coming from small town Oklahoma to actually hitting that big stage with these big, judges? These judges are like cream of the crop. How does that feel?
Man, it's the best feeling in the world. It's insane. It's insane. It just puts a lot of, happiness in me, but it is stressful.
Yes.
It's not easy. It was hard work, hard preparation, but I would do it again.
Yeah.
I would do it again.
You filmed this. Y'all filmed
we did
6 months ago.
Yeah, we did it. We did it
6
throughout
months
the
ago.
summer.
Okay, so you film, you got to keep all this a secret. You can't tell anybody that you're even on The Voice or you make the show. And then it hits the show, the promos. Somebody sees you on TV. Somebody from here sees you. Oh my God, Val is on TV.
The cat is out the bag.
What is that feeling like?
Oh my God.
How much of
was it crazy?
I know.
Oh my God. The last 3 weeks has been
insane.
It has been. I'm not gonna say overwhelming, because I knew what was gonna happen.
Right.
I'm trying to kind of keep it to where I'm not getting so overwhelmed, but it has been a lot. But the thing that I love about it and that what keeps me going and not getting stressed out about it is the love.
Yeah.
And the authenticity of the love. I mean, because everybody knows you.
Everybody, love.
Now Perry in his red sweater that he had on TV. He was ready for Christmas. He was coming all the way.
And he was ready to eat.
I know he said that on the show. Look, I can relate. If you don't know, The Voice. What do y'all got food? I'm ready to go. Let me ask you this though, because man, life sometimes is about big moments. And I got to say, this for you may have been the biggest moment.
It is.
But when you sitting there and the world is going to see this, how does it feel to just contain yourself and say, I'm going to let this out?
Oh my God. I couldn't wait to let it out. But it was so hard. I felt it's just I don't know. It's a different feeling. It's because I have to pinch myself even like every day now. I have to like make sure I'm not dreaming.
Yeah.
Even being there amongst them and just it was like a dream. It still feels like a dream. I'm excited. I'm grateful.
What did John Legend whisper in your ear?
He said, Valerie, I love your voice and let's keep moving on.
Oh,
is he interested in working with you in the future? I mean,
I don't know. I don't know because they still have to continue to go through this show. They
got a lot on their plate.
They got a lot on their plate, so they can't really sit back and worry about us right now. The ones who are still on, the ones who are gone.
Nobody done called you yet.
No,
it's coming.
It's coming.
That's okay.
It's coming.
And when it do, we gonna call you back. Like, girl, now tell us about that.
And see, for people, because we got, let me do some shout outs because they're gonna say, Charles, y'all got Miss Val on. You ain't gave no shout out to nobody. We got Damon on tuning in from New Orleans. What's going on with you, Fred? Good to see you on with us. We got Carla Thomas, she over there at Mid-First Bank.
Hey,
Thanks
Carla.
for tuning in to the show. We got Courtney, my cousin. She's in the building. Miss Barbara Benson, one of our favorites.
Yes.
And there's many, many more along with our secret
So
listeners.
Michael Brewer says you're his classmate. Y'all go way back like 4 flights
Mike.
on a Cadillac.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
I thought
Direct royalties.
it was a Cadillac on flats down there by the USA.
That was Michael.
That was Michael. Drop it off Miss Val. I knew they was down.
So AJ says, "Can you sing a verse?"
Oh my goodness! See, that's the listeners. He's from Arkansas, Jacksonville.
We're gonna take a break and we'll come back and find out what happens.
We're gonna ask if she can sing a verse. We're gonna ask. Let her think about it. Drink some water over this quick break. This is news you can use right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the News You Can Use Media Network, powered by World One Development. We'll be right back with Miss Val, y'all. Hey, no, we won't. We're gonna keep on rapping because I got a song. I'm gonna drop the little thing in here first. No, I'm just playing. We'll be right back, y'all.
For tonight, we arrange it. We making love like strangers. It's so loud, we be waking up the neighbors.
Bringing Back In is a reintegration program designed to help those released from prison to fit back into the community as productive, valuable members of society. They help schedule various classes such as anger management, substance abuse, and mental health. They also work with different programs in the community to provide job training. If you or someone you know needs help with resources in career development, employment, or housing, to find out more information, call 918-592-3500 or stop by 2121 North Harvard Avenue, Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m.
The 36th Street North Event Center is a full-scale event center where we share the experiences of the community. At the event center, you can rent space for weddings, birthday parties, receptions, concerts, Greek events, quinceañeras, and much more. We also do custom decor, linen, and centerpieces. We're located at 1125 East 36th Street North. To book your next special event, business gathering, or community event, call us at 918-200-9046.
The Juice Radio Show and KBOB 89.9 would like to say thank you to all of our listeners and sponsors who donate to help keep our media program alive, reaching the community. The Juice Radio Network continues to expand as influencers in the community of North Tulsa and beyond, but can't do that without your help. That's why it's important that we as a community continue to support the Juice Radio Show and keep 89.9 on the air. The community not only deserves this service, but needs this service. Let's continue to support the mission and giving a voice to the voiceless and donate to the Juice Radio Show. The Juice Radio Show is a nonprofit 501c3 powered by KBOB 89.9 and Eden Media Services, operating solely off the gifts, donations, and contributions made by listeners like yourself. All donations made to the Juice Radio Show are tax deductible and can be sent to 1216 North Lansing Avenue, Suite D, Tulsa, Oklahoma 74106.
It's Tulsa, Tulsa. I see you here in Tulsa. I'm in Tulsa chilling.
We appreciate your continued support and thanks for listening to KBOB 89.9 FM.
Blow my mind, and I'ma give you top-notch loving all the time. Ain't no mountain I won't climb. You precious like a diamond, I just love the way you shine.
Ain't nobody love you the way I do. Nobody. I can love you better.
This is News You Can Use right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and simulcast on the News You Can Use Media Networks, powered by World One Development, y'all. And we are back. Damali, what's going on? It's hot up in here.
I know. This is so exciting to have Miss Val actually in studio talking about her journey on The Voice.
Yes.
I can tell you that Bust the Windows Out Your Car, that's one of my songs. I love that song, but your rendition and your version of it, man, y'all did that thing. Y'all did that.
Absolutely.
Yes,
absolutely.
totally appreciate that.
So, of course, we know before we went on break, we had Mr. AJ. We call him Mr. Energize. He actually is our show ambassador. Can she give us a little rendition of something? We'll hold on to that. What we want to just say first is so much talent in Tulsa.
Yes.
It's so many young women that just sing. I mean, great talent here.
Yeah.
Can you give us some encouraging words? Because, we can go on and on with how to get there, but what can you encourage them with?
I encourage them of, just coming from my own self to keep going. Don't ever stop.
Yeah.
There's been times where I've wanted to give up, being so overwhelmed with gigs and singing. And then I say, okay, I'm not accepting nobody. I'm not answering my phone. but it just won't work. I answer my phone and then I think that's what I need to do. That's healing. People need to, they need that. And if that's what I can give to them to make it through, that's what I give to them. So keep pushing. Don't give up, because people need, if you're in music or anything, just keep doing it. Keep doing it. You know, no matter how old you are, keep going. I'm on The Voice at 41 years old, one of the oldest ones on there, if I'm not the oldest one on there.
Right.
So, you know, and I'm, you know, a lot of young adults and teenagers are there.
Yeah.
But for me to be able to work hard throughout the years, like I have done in Tulsa, and to be there, that is like, it's like I made it, you know, and I really don't feel like that, but it's real. I made it to the big stage. I didn't think that they would call me back and keep me going. And I've actually been dealing with this for a year. Don't nobody know.
Right.
It started October of last year.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
That's crazy.
So, it's a lot more to it. The people don't realize it's a lot more to it.
And to hear John Legend say, you know your voice.
Yeah.
I heard him say that, and I was like, wow, you know that's something big.
See, this thing, Damala. See, the last time when I saw Miss Val singing, I told Damala, I said, she got a glow about her. You was like, no, she just light skinned. That's a light skinned woman thing. You know what I'm talking about? I think
it's my makeup. Right. It's the makeup,
No, light skin.
And I'll say this, because there's a lot of light skinned people
right.
in the building today. I'm like in the middle. I'm like a mocha latte or something. But Val, you help me understand, if you understand, when you start singing it, it's like you warm up, and then something takes over. People start taking off their shoes, their wigs start loosening up. You lose it, you take it. What is going on? What is that?
It's just in me. It's doing what you love to do.
Yeah.
You know, doing what I love to sing.
Yeah.
And like I love to sing. I don't know what I'd do if I couldn't sing.
Yeah. So like what is the Bible say? Your gift will make room for you. You know, and so your gift has made room for you.
People say that to me lately.
Yeah.
And I know, and she like, keep going. I'm 41. But you look 21. So that's what I'm saying.
Exactly, right? She could go to a ball cap on. Like you're 12.
A lot of the contestants didn't know my age, so they were thinking I was the, I was. But when they would see that, they would be hanging out, and I'd be in my room, and when they found out I was 41, they kind of,
she's the old lady.
I was a few of the youngster guys told their parents during the blinds that she was like our mom. Well,
oh my goodness.
And their moms was like, thank you so much.
Right.
Thank you so much, because they're like 20, 21. So they respected me.
Okay,
that's awesome.
So tell us about the last show. Just give us that, and then if you can, the little 30-second thing.
Yeah. So last week was the battles, and for those of you who don't know, because there's people that don't know how it goes, they think I'm going to be singing every week. No, blinds were first, but they had to get 100 people, whoever made it through the blind auditions. They scaled it down, so had to do it week. Every Monday and Tuesday. Then whoever made it past the blinds will go to the battles. Mm-hmm. So the battles is who the coach pairs everybody together on their teams, and the coach picks the song. So John picked our song, Bust Your Windows by Jasmine Sullivan.
Wow.
He teamed me up with a fierce, powerful girl, Dia. She's amazing.
She can sing.
Yeah. And she had to bring it because her voice wasn't as strong as mine. But when she figured out that she was paired with me, she's like, okay, I got some work to do.
That outfit killed it, though.
Oh, yeah,
she had distractions.
Yeah, she did. And she's kind of Mary J. Blige type of, because she's from Queens, and so she's kind of was bringing that to, and I loved every bit of it. But she kind of had to, because I'm just a hard, powerful singer. But she did her work, she did her job, and she did what she do. But we sang that song together that John picked, and it was amazing for us to be able to sit into a session with Jasmine Sullivan. I did not know. We don't know who our mentors are, the guest mentors are, until we walk in.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we don't.
Oh, man. For you to come from
Sullivan,
where you come from, and for Jasmine to walk into the room.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
What? They didn't air it, but I said, I need a blood pressure pill. It's so much that they didn't air, y'all. It's like I was about to pass out. And I was like, are y'all going to air that?
Now, the show is filmed in Hollywood, right?
Yes, it's in LA. Yes.
How was that?
It's at Universal.
How was that?
Universal Studios. Which that was an experience.
Did they treat you like a celebrity?
They, you know what? they did treat us good. The whole crew of The Voice. I suggest any singer, young, old, however old you are, to try out, because The Voice is an amazing show. They're for us.
Mhm.
They're not trying to embarrass us. They're not trying to, if the coaches, you got to understand, and they talk to us before we go out there. They talk to us about being able to deal with criticism.
Right.
We go through psych doctors and all that, because you have to be able to handle. You have to be able to handle the criticism.
Yeah.
I had it. I'm gonna have it. So it's just that you got to be able to handle that. But The Voice is really about each person and your artistry. They want you to not go back to working your 9 to 5.
It strictly is what it's about.
awesome.
The voice. It's about singing, being able to sing.
Yes, it's not other shows that you see, and I'm not going to name any other shows, but The Voice, even some of the crew members that work there said, hey, I work at such and such show, and it's nothing like The Voice. But the people, the crew, the staff, the coaches, they are really for us as artists.
Awesome.
Yeah, they're not trying to embarrass or make their show be, no. They really want each one of us to do something different when we go home.
Right. That's awesome. That is amazing.
And the ticket, because if you haven't been to Universal Studios, it's just
my first time.
Isn't it shocking? It's just so ginormous. You're like, it's the Emmys getting ready to go on right. It's like that. So my mind is, and I know you're just gonna go all the way. It's just you can just see the roadmap. You're gone. But I couldn't imagine somebody going from that back to anything that's just normal.
Just normal.
Because nothing about this experience is normal. Like you say, you're still pinching yourself in the morning and introducing yourself to yourself, I'm sure.
So how do the kids feel about it?
Oh, they feel great. They love it. My son, my daughter, I had my
Your daughter was on TV with you.
And then last week during the battles, my granddad had my granddaughters, showed them on there. And maybe hopefully they show there's some other things I did here in Tulsa, and on Greenwood and stuff. We don't know what they're going to show on each segment,
because they put them together.
We record so much and do so much. I don't know until I watch it like everybody else. So hopefully they put some of that in there. Oh well, but I try to represent Tulsa the best I could.
Thank you for that.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes.
One more. At what point do we get to? What's the rest of the competition like as far as like steps? So once the battles are done,
then there's the knockouts. There's the knockouts. They made some changes from the other years to the knockouts this year. There's not just 2 people, there's 3 people that's on the knockouts going against each other. So that, is different, but that's the next step. And then the coaches pick, who's going to make it from there. Then it's the lives.
I remember us trying to, doing Edric Eats. It was so tough to narrow down the competition, and we had started with 100 kids, then 50 down to 25, 14, 7, 5, 3. It was
hard. It just gets so hard.
As you got to the meat and bones of who was the top competitors, it was just so
it's not nitpicking. To me, it seemed like at some point the cream is gonna have to rise to the top.
Gotta rise to the top.
And whoever rises to the top of that's just you know what I mean. So I can't take it no more because I need to hear this. Everybody online is like, Charles, can you hear me? I can't take it. I call the people in.
Yes, that's funny.
No, you don't have to. I'll just do maybe I'll do the what I did last week. I bust the windows out your car. You know it didn't mend my broken heart. I'll probably always have these ugly scars, but right now I don't care about that part.
All right, yes, good job, yes, awesome. Before I get loose, right, yeah, because she'll bust it.
Now I got to give my experience on just that. Is that all right with y'all?
Yes,
don't y'all be hating on me.
Go ahead.
Okay, for the listening audience all around the world, it seemed like she just took a deep breath. She just inhaled. And when she exhaled, it was all gone.
Yes.
And it was just like like a little breeze. Did you feel that breeze? I saw you got long hair, my hair short. A little breeze came by. Little twinkles. I seen some twinkles there. That's my experience. What you got?
So I just want to say that we are so excited for you. We are absolutely rooting for you. Like I am like screaming at my TV, like, yes, you better sing, so excited for you. So just know that World One Development, news you can use. We got your back. We are praying for you, rooting for you, and we know you're gonna make it to the top.
Let's let the pastor ease a little something in.
Yeah,
I
what
can't
you
let you
gotta say,
just,
Rodney?
no, when she sang, he leaned back his head. He worked his head back.
I'll do it and recruit her to my church.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was going to tell her where we locate.
Okay.
awesome.
Okay. So how can people continue to follow
Yes.
you? Of course, we know we can watch
Yeah. Of course, I'm on Facebook, Valerie Collins Harding. Instagram, Miss Val Forever, MSVAL, the number 4 EVA. So that's where I am. I try to keep myself, constantly, staying on top of all the social media stuff, because you have to do. I don't want to just go through this and then not be able to shine from it.
Right.
And not that I'm looking for that, but I have to represent Tulsa, and the best thing to do is to keep social media, because it's not just about me. It's about us, and I'm just happy to be able to
Open
bring
doors.
excitement
Yes.
to households who go through things, and be able to bring peace and joy on a Monday or Tuesday night.
Hey.
Yes.
You're a part of
to
that.
family.
Yeah.
That's one of the main things
You're a
that makes
part
me
of
so
that.
happy.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
We all
Yeah.
proud of you.
Thank you.
So Michael says she can sing, LOL. He said, proud of you, classmate.
Thank
Miss
you.
Val, aka Pinky.
Pinky. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my
See,
nickname.
The nicknames come out. That's the deal when you back
You
in
know
the north.
somebody if you know the nickname.
And last, I'm just gonna say thank you. We don't take it for granted you
Yes,
came
thank
in
y'all for
live.
having me. Thank y'all.
Shout out to Bobby and KBOB. This
Yes.
is what community radio is all about.
It's all about.
Thank
We're going to have to
y'all.
take a quick break because somebody got to pay some bills. And the Lyle said, "Don't be looking at my checkbook either. I'm gonna bust some numbers out your car. You ask me for some money, brother."
Right.
So, but we'll be right back. It's KBOB 89.9 FM and news you can use right here. Y'all stay locked in. Fitting Back In is a reintegration program designed to help those released from prison to fit back into the community as productive, valuable members of society. They help schedule various classes such as anger management, substance abuse, and mental health. They also work with different programs in the community to provide job training. If you or someone you know needs help with resources in career development, employment, or housing, to find out more information, call 918-592-3500 or stop by 2121 North Harvard Avenue, Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m.
The 36th Street North Event Center is a full-scale event center where we share the experiences of the community. At the event center, you can rent space for weddings, birthday parties, receptions, concerts, Greek events, quinceañeras, and much more. We also do custom decor, linen, and centerpieces. We're located at 1125 East 36th Street North. To book
The
your
Juice
next
Ra-
special event, business gathering, or community event, call us at 918-200-9046.
The Juice Radio Show and KBOB 89.9 would like to say thank you to all of our listeners and sponsors who donate to help keep our media program alive, reaching the community. The Juice Radio Network continues to expand as influencers in the community of North Tulsa and beyond, but can't do that without your help. That's why it's important that we as a community continue to support the Juice Radio Show and keep 89.9 on the air. The community not only deserves this service, but needs this service. Let's continue to support the mission and giving a voice to the voiceless and donate to the Juice Radio Show. The Juice Radio Show is a nonprofit 501c3 powered by KBOB 89.9 and Eden Media Services, operating solely off the gifts, donations, and contributions made by listeners like yourself. All donations made to the Juice Radio Show are tax deductible and can be sent to 1216 North Lansing Avenue, Suite D, Tulsa, Oklahoma 74106.
It's Tulsa, Tulsa. I see you here in Tulsa. I'm in Tulsa, Jimmy.
We appreciate your continued support and thanks for listening to KBOB 89.9 FM.
Ladies and gentlemen,
The all new KBOB 89.9 FM, Black on Black Community Radio.
And now it's time for the Hump Day Hot Topics with Charles and Damali.
hey, guess what day it is? Hump day! Hump day! It's hump day! Hey, Mike! Mike!
Mike.
Guess what day it
It's the Hump Day Hot Topics on news you can use.
Hump Day Hot Topics. Mike.
Man, you know what? It's hot. It's extra hot in here.
Okay.
You know, she got it hot, Miss Val. Shout out to her, man.
Yes.
Jamali, come on now.
Exciting, yes.
So many people try to make it, man. We got one of our own right here from North Tulsa. She say her job is to represent North Tulsa.
That's right.
She's on the big stage doing big things. Not just shout out to her, but her husband, her kids, her family, the Muskogee community, Tulsa, Oklahoma, all of us.
Exciting for all of us.
We all in there.
Yes, one win, we all win.
Hey, one win, we all win. That's proof that you can make it.
You can make it.
She said, just keep on singing.
Keep on singing.
Keep on answering the phone. So when me and Damali call y'all, answer your phone because we need you to come sing at some events during the holidays.
Right. Yes. So before we hit these hot topics, or at least one hot topic, we want to also let you guys know that tomorrow we will be traveling to Jackson State University to celebrate their homecoming.
Absolutely. We're going to hear the sonic boom.
Yes, absolutely.
Hey, we
listen, I'm even more excited because I just learned that Mr. JSU is actually our very own Joshua Edwards, who is actually Kenyatta's son.
Terry, right.
Kenyatta Terry's son from 105.3, and he is a Booker T. Washington graduate. Thank you very much.
He was Mr. Booker T.
He was Mr. Booker T. Yes. So I'm so excited to, be able to see. We actually did his birthday party when he turned 16.
And when they gave him a Lexus.
Yeah, gave him a Lexus for his birthday.
The way he drove off in that Lexus, I say he's gonna be Mr.
Somebody.
You know what I mean? Because 16-year-olds are not just driving off in Lexus, but how does that make you a Booker T. Washington grad? Yes. So you have to feel some pride about that because look, JSU prime time is down there, doing the stuff, Sonic Boom. You're in the middle of a lot of excellence, black excellence. I'll just add that. But so to rise to the top to be Mr. JSU.
Listen, I know this young man. He went to KEP, went to Booker T, and I have watched him throughout the years. Humble young man. I totally love his demeanor, his character. I am not surprised at all that he went to JSU and rose to the cream, to become the cream of the crop. Not surprised at all, just because of just how he has been throughout his life that I've watched him and how he's grown. He's just been shining all along.
There are a lot of locals that have went to JSU. I'm just going to start off with none other than District 1 City Councilwoman Vanessa Hall Harper. Baby. She talked all about it during her campaign here on the show, how her HBCU experience was. And I think now with prime time Deion Sanders being down there, bringing a totally different life to HBCUs, and all of that, I think it's just going to be phenomenal. So that's kind of a little bit of the reason why we're going down there. Right. Because he's trying to build, some of these people might not know about football, a Power 5 stadium. Yes. What that means is you building a stadium like OU, but at JSU. Right. Because he feels like if you get that in that fanfare, then kids can still go to HBCUs versus falling for the bright light of going to the bigger colleges. Yeah. Now, I'm not on here debating about colleges. You go where you want, you do what you want. But I'm just saying, it's
the energy that he's bringing to JSU is amazing.
To HBCUs in general, to be honest, because I actually heard an interview, and some of you probably heard the same one, where he actually loaned some of his staff. To another college because he wanted to play there. He wanted that college to be have its A game. He said, I don't want to play somebody that's substandard, because then what does that say about my team? If you at your best and I'm at my best and we play against each other and we win, then that means something different than if you don't have the same amenities that we're afforded.
Absolutely. Mr. J-Bone down there in the J-Bone Lounge, shout out to him down there in Jacksonville, Arkansas. He said JSU is currently 7-0 right now in football.
7-0?
Yes.
7-0. So
he's a good coach.
And I heard at the beginning of the season that they were number one, or it was rumored that they were number one as far as HBCUs are concerned.
I like how he take care of himself too. Let me just add that because sometimes he got the swag. He said, because I ain't swag. Right. Who is swag? He said it wasn't swag. Who is swag? But when they played against Butler, it's for Butler homecoming. You know how he kind of strolls around the field and stuff. But you remember the Coach Robinson from Butler gave him a shove after they won the game.
He wasn't feeling that.
He wasn't feeling that, but he still responded. And this just the people. Sometimes you feel like if you touch me, I got to swing and do this. Right. But sometimes that's not the way to go. Right. Because you up here, you've been an example to so many people as to what to do. So he just came out with who? is swag.
Mhm.
Now that's a hit going up the charts. I'm like prime time using some words. I mean, he took something like that that could have been really, really bad.
Right.
And he turned it for something good. So we are excited. We out of here the first thing smoking in the morning. We gonna land. I've never been to Jacksonville, Mississippi.
I have not.
I haven't been to JSU, so I'm excited about the step show.
It's a huge, big little city.
Y'all better get ready.
Really?
Yeah, it is huge.
Yeah, big little city. I love it.
It's huge, but it's big, but it's huge.
Yeah.
We going
bringing the fanfare to Jackson.
And that's awesome. We need that.
JB got us hooked up with our boom mics, our lavaliers. We going live at everything. So just right now,
listen.
Like the page. World
Y'all remember Tycoon Weekend? Every time y'all looked up, y'all saw us. Okay, that's what's supposed to go down.
So we're excited about that. So y'all make sure y'all stay locked in with us on that.
Okay, so we're only going to hit one hot topic because we are a little bit over. So, man, what's going on with Jalen Rose's little sister, man?
I don't know if it's the little sister, big sister, which sister, but she is something
So I will, if you guys haven't heard this, so Jalen Rose.
Let's do this first.
Okay.
Jalen Rose, he was part of the Fab Five with Michigan back in the day. Duke beat him, but then he went on to the NBA, played with Indiana, did all that big stuff. So Jalen is a big deal, and now he's a commentator. You know, ESPN. He played for the Bulls for a little bit. So great guy, and he also has a school. Been having school for many years. A lot of that. So Jalen, I mean, because sometimes people don't know, some moves. He's an NBA player turned basically entrepreneur, mogul, you name it, he's doing it.
So Jalen Rose's sister says that her brother is kicking her out of their deceased mother's home. What she's saying is his sister Tamara Rose expresses her frustration in a video posted on social media saying her brother is forcing her to leave the home of their deceased mother. If you watch the video, which I actually watched the video, it's kind of crazy.
Sad.
Jalen can be heard in the background of the video as he tells his sister that she is squatting.
What's squatting?
She's at the house, not paying bills, and she's at the house just living for free.
Okay. I got you.
And so she's like, no, I'm not. She's going crazy. And I actually saw Ricky Smiley actually had a video out that I saw yesterday, and Ricky is like, whoa, you know, we don't need to be doing all this and airing our, family business out on the air like this. This is crazy. But I do agree with what Ricky Smiley said. And if you guys haven't seen what he said, he responded and said, well, what was the agreement? This is something that Charles and I talk about all the time. What was the intent?
I get back down to the business.
Yes.
What's the business?
Business?
You can see all that, but
all
at the end
fluff.
of the day, what was the business? Which is what the agreement was.
Right. And so I don't know what the agreement was. I don't think anyone knows, but apparently Jalen is like, hey, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing because that his understanding of what the business
Let
is.
me say this because I just want to say it. From what I can ascertain. You see how I did that? From what I can ascertain. So mom was sick, ill. Jalen bought mom a home.
For mom and grandmother.
It's mom and grandma. It's a nice home. We could just assume that. Jalen,
we'll make an assumption. Yes.
So the sister came over to take care of grandma. And
in the last 4 years.
In the last 4 years, she was there.
Right.
Last year, mom passed away.
Right.
And the sister just has been living there for a year.
Right.
So when he comes in, what appears to be a real estate agent or something like that, and kind of looking through the house, she just screaming, look at Jalen, look, he gonna kick his sister out. Kick me out on the streets when I've been doing this. So what I can understand is I know Jalen bought the house for mom.
Right.
And now mom is gone. And to me, sometimes, I don't know, I'm not saying this case, but sometimes you can feel entitled.
Right.
If I buy a house for my mom and sisters there, you can't be like, ooh, I'm going to stay right here. This $500,000 house, so mama gone, I got it.
Right.
You can't assume that.
You cannot.
So I'm sure
she
must to have assumed that when mom passed away, it was now her house. And Jalen, he begged
like,
different.
No. And so I would say, as a person who is a homeowner, right? If I bought something from my mom and my mama is not here, then we need to have a conversation.
We got to talk.
Because either you're going to have to break me off some bread, because I worked hard for my money. Now, it's one thing if you talk and say, hey, hey, can I get the house?
Do a little something.
It's a nice house.
We got
It's a very nice house.
It looks nice. The few pictures that I saw.
Yeah, it's nice.
I didn't see the outside. Did you? No.
Like you said, what was the agreement?
Yeah, so what was the agreement? So if the agreement was, because I do agree that is her mom, just like it's his mama. So if mama is sick and
Damali, let's start a brand new segment.
What's
called
that?
What Would the Pastor Do? That way we can ask pastor grade what we, you know what I mean? Because we trying to figure out, but what would the pastor do?
Right.
What do you think about all this?
What would Jesus do?
What did Jesus do?
I'm staying out of it.
But
See,
you know
that's a smart
what?
pastor.
She was there. She was there for 4 years with her mom, taking care of the mom and the other sister.
No, grandma.
Mom, and grandma. She has some sense of entitlement. She may feel like, she might not have been compensated.
Well, but
and
that's the
normally
thing about that though, JB. If it's my mama and it's your mama, I mean, like if something happens to my mama right now, I don't care who does what.
I'm not worried about no money for taking care of mama, but normally when a family member gets sick, some type of 24-hour service is going to be needed. So either y'all bring in somebody or somebody from the family takes care of them.
So agree with that.
Now, if you, not saying she was expecting to get paid, but if she felt like she gave 4 years of her life helping take care of mom and grandma, then.
But that's a conversation that you have on the front end.
Yeah.
Because what we don't know is maybe he had a conversation with mom.
We don't know.
Saying, hey, once, if something happens to you, then, I'll
maybe that's something
dispose of the house.
Maybe that's something they didn't think about in the beginning because they wasn't expecting mom to be gone so quick.
Yeah, Mr. Energizer said he agreed with me. I think he agreed with me because I said ascertain. He was like, that sounds like something. And then Michael said, was the sister not taking care of the house? My assumption is she was taking care of the house.
Yeah, because the house looked nice.
It's just, nice. This is what I don't like about it, is airing it out on a video.
Exactly.
That's too much. Your brother is a public figure.
Right.
He's on ESPN. Why do that? I just think that if you want to resolve it, don't resolve it that way. That's back to what pastor said, what would Jesus do? He's staying out of it.
Well, he got the deed on the house. If he got the deed on the house, it is what it is. It's his decision. It's his house.
And then this is the thing. You don't know what his financial condition is or situation is. Just because you see him on TV, that doesn't mean that he's got whatever you think he has. Maybe he needs to liquidate some assets.
Jalen is cool.
But I'm still saying, though, if you're looking at my bottom line, people in that position look at their bottom line.
Jalen is a commentator. He's good.
Correct. Agreed. But still, if I got a number that I'm supposed to have.
He was a star basketball player until he got hurt, right?
Yeah. So I'm just saying, if I have a number that I'm thinking about that I want to keep and make sure because I'm passing on legacy,
but then Molly, I got one question. Whose house was it?
So
Jalen,
okay,
bought it for grandma.
I think it was. I think it's mama's house. Then that's the case. Going to
no. Jalen bought the house, so it's his house. Yeah.
Okay,
so
that's all I want.
So just say our advice from that is
get your business
when
together.
You have family, sit down and talk about what you're gonna do and how you're gonna do it
on the front
end, and that way you don't have to do a live video. You can just say, okay, Jalen, I'm gonna stay here with mom and take care of her. If something happened to mom, do I get to stay here? What are my arrangements? What's going on? So you can have something like that.
She just assumed she inherited the house,
and sometimes that can just be being a little honorary because you don't know. Because I'm thinking this house might be $300,000-$500,000. That's a lot to just say, sis. You was here for a year, 2 or 3 or 4, and you can just have it.
Right.
You got to get an understanding. So, Damali, okay, so prayers for Jalen.
Yes, and that family. And that's just too much.
That was very messy.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, just
messy. Switch gears, Damali?
We switch gears.
Okay, so upcoming events. We're going to talk about those. Okay, so World One Development is looking for volunteers to help serve the community. If you would like to volunteer or need community service hours, call us at 918-380-1493, or you can email me at damali.wilson@world1development.com or inbox us on Facebook Messenger at World One Development. Don't forget, if you're looking to have an event, the 36th Street North Event Center has dates available. Call us at 918-200-9046 to reserve your spot. Fitting Back In is still taking registration for justice-involved individuals, past or present, in Tulsa County for job training programs that will yield living wage jobs. Classes have already started, but it's not too late to sign up. You can contact Christy Williams at kristi.williams@fittingbacktulsa.org, or you can give us a call at 918-592-3500 to sign up. We're here to help justice-involved individuals thrive. Oasis Fresh Market is open 8 o'clock a.m. until 9 o'clock p.m. Monday through Saturday, and 8 o'clock a.m. until 8 o'clock p.m. on Sundays. Make sure you stop by for all of your grocery needs. A children's fund has been set up for the surviving children of Sherry Gamble Smith. You can donate at www.paypal.com/PayPalMe/honoring Sherry. If you guys have not heard, the draft of the Kirkpatrick Heights Master Plan is now available for review. You can go to www.ourlegacytulsa.org/draft-plan-review. It's going to be available October 17th through the 31st for review and comment by community. Don't forget to visit the site and take a look and leave a comment. It only works if we work the plan.
Absolutely. I'll tell y'all what, that's a big deal. That's when we had all those convenings at the event center and at OSU and all of that stuff. So now it's down to the real deal. So make sure you check that out and give your input, because after this is going into the plan. So North Tulsa is about to look much, much different in a good way.
Yeah.
Get your input.
Absolutely. Little Shop of Horrors is
You
going to
just
be...
scared me to what? We got the pastor here now. You talking about...
Right. Little Shop of Horrors is playing October 21 through the 30th in the Williams Theater at Tulsa Performing Arts Center.
Yes.
The tickets range from $29.25 to $47.50. Go out and support our local artists. You know, we got Majesty Pearson, who's going to be in there. We got Joseph Wright and several others who are going to be participating. So go ahead and support.
Let me do the trunk or treat, because I got the latest update.
Oh, go ahead.
All right.
Knock it out.
Oasis Fresh Market presents Trunk and Treat, featuring the Divine Nine.
Okay.
Shout out to Divine Nine,
Yes.
the first responders, and more. This is going to be Saturday, October 29th. The time is 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. Who? Kids, adults, and fun for the entire family.
Yes.
Activities for the kids. Bobbing for apples.
Okay.
Painting pumpkins. Face painting. And all kind of fun. So we're going to have live music. We're going to be live there on the set with KBOB. So that's going in. Great food, pies, cookies, food truck. Vendors. Hillcrest is going to be in the building. They're going to be doing like a baby shower. So they're going to have formula, diapers, and all clothing and all that for all age groups. So some of them baby mamas, some of you baby daddies. Okay, I ain't going to get started. Anyway, that's going on. Also, the YMCA is going to be out there as well. Gateway is looking to come out. Other banks are coming out. This is going to be a wonderful time to do our little trunk or treat. So mark your calendars, and me and DeBarley will be hosting. We're going to be live with JB Smooth. So, hey, don't miss it.
Yes, you don't want to miss that. And don't forget, we're going to be putting out information, so make sure that you're paying attention to World One Development's Facebook page. We're going to be putting out information about our campaign, our Uganda.
Let's slow down the music a little bit. Can we slow it down a little
let's
bit? Pull it back. We're going to bring Pastor Gray back in just for a couple seconds to make sure that we get the campaign stuff rolling, because we are taking this trip. It costs a little bit. You heard earlier what we talked about, where they got the framework, they got some of the roof, and then you got the church, and you got the community center, and we going over there to be a blessing.
Yes.
So we are launching a $15,000 campaign that'll help with the development, the trip, and everything that comes along with that.
Yes.
And I'm going to pass the ball back to the model.
Yeah, so we're going to be posting a QR code.
Yes.
So all you have to do is hold your phone up there, click the link. It's going to take you directly to our website. The website is going to give you a little bit more information about the trip, what's going to be happening. There's even a cute little video on there that tells you about Uganda, what's happening over there, you know, what you can expect. I think it's called like 5 things that you should know about Uganda.
Absolutely.
And so you can go watch the video, kind of see some of the folks that are there, but then also you can make a donation. You know, as small as $1 and as much as $15,000
that he said.
Yeah.
That'd be all over with.
Yeah.
So again, it only takes $10,000 to build this church.
Yeah.
Is that what it takes to complete it?
Yeah.
Just
Well,
the
that's
exterior.
what that's
Exterior.
and we've done that. So now it's going to take another $7,800 to finish the inside.
So about a couple $10,000 donations.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And they can have a really nice church.
A really nice
and
church.
see and then the landscaping and everything, we haven't included that. So if you're talking about that, that is going to be more.
Yes.
But then we've got people like Charles and Damali who are going to come over and need some funding for that piece, and then some other supplies just to help them. to survive and to do well with the school.
And we're also going to be doing some trainings with with them and stuff like that. So, we want to make sure that when we go over, we actually are leaving an impact.
Right.
So we want to actually send money before we get there so that the supplies and everything will be ready and there so that we can help them. And then we're going to be making sure that we're memorializing this and videoing and doing pictures and sending the information back to the States.
Awesome.
So that JB can get it uploaded onto all of our social media platforms and everything so that you can see where your money is going.
Now, you guys going to have internet over there or not?
Well, yeah, what they'll be doing is they'll be giving you feeds. So they do have internet. It can in and out so that you will take the shots and
do that,
send
and
it back, and it won't be live when you receive it, but
It's a digital delay.
Exactly.
Digital delay. You got a time difference.
Yeah. Time difference.
You guys are 8 hours in front of us,
and we'll be 9 hours by then. So,
okay.
So that'll be a difference. But we'll be going, and another thing, like you said, we're going to be going into homes, visiting families, giving them supplies and things like that.
Y'all going to do some real mission work.
Oh yeah,
real mission.
This ain't no vacation. This is real work.
We're going to be working.
We will actually be seeing up to about 1,000 to 1,500 people while we're there. We'll have a day that we'll be working with 300 kids doing a lot of activities.
Great job.
300 women and 300 men on another day, and then everybody together for night crusades and everything. So,
and that's what people got to understand too. Of course, with a church and with us, World One Development, if you don't know, is a not-for-profit organization.
Right.
And I think this is what it's all about.
Sure.
It's at some point going over abroad and helping those with actually the same things that we do here.
Right.
And,
that's the exciting thing, because I know that you're going to be helping me to teach them some skills on how to actually build their infrastructure and things like that. And that's what we're all about. We're about helping them, rolling up our sleeves and working right alongside them so that they can build something that's going to be beneficial to the community.
Right. And that way it's no cost or no expense to them at all. And that's how you be a blessing to a community. And like you said, we're going to be videoing and doing all of that. We're going to try to do our little show with JB, but it's going to be 10 o'clock over there.
It's going to be tough.
1 o'clock.
Yeah,
but we're going to try to get a live show back here to the States.
Are you going to get a live?
We're going to try.
We'll see what happens.
Look, we went to Minnesota and did it. Went to DC, went to Memphis. So now we're going across the water. So we're going to have to deal with Aquaman.
We're going to see what the stratosphere does to us.
We're going to figure it out. So remember, any donation that you make is tax deductible because World One Development is a not-for-profit, and we are recognized by the IRS as a 501c3 entity. So, we can provide you with tax documentation for you to document your givings on your taxes.
And we're going to do an itemized budget, the funding. We do everything with excellence and professionalism in our financials and CPA and all of that fun stuff. But we leave on December 1st.
Right.
So what we can't do, we can't wait to November. We can't wait to Thanksgiving.
Right.
Because the goal is to start sending that over every Friday.
Right.
So whatever y'all send in now, every Friday, we're going to send that over so that the work can be done. So by the time we get there, hopefully the roof can be completed and some of the other things that we can be further along than if we wait until we get there.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So you can start those donations today. We're going to post it on all of our social media platforms. You can start giving. We're going to give an account of it every week. We're going to do it all with excellence. And we're going to bless, like I say, over 1,500 people. And I'm excited about it.
So excited. Okay. And the last thing, upcoming event. Pop-Up Comedy Series presents So Fly Tour 2022. DC Young Fly and friends will be here on December the 10th at the Tulsa Theater, which is located at 105 Reconciliation Way. This is our good friend, CH. He actually invited us to Tycoon Weekend, so we got to show him some love.
Right.
Even though this ain't our facility, but it's all good. We're going to show him some love anyway.
Show them love, because they was going to do it at our facility, but we're going to be in Uganda serving.
Yes.
But y'all still go out and support.
Absolutely. All right, birthdays. So today, October 19th, is my baby cousin friend Wiley Mitchell's birthday. You guys know her because if you roll up in Oasis, she's the regulator.
Yeah,
Oasis.
She might be your baby cousin, but she ain't no baby. I feel
Don't
very
do my
safe.
cousin.
I feel safe saying with her beautiful self. Happy birthday.
All right, October 21st is our good friend Frank Howard at Wells Fargo. It's his birthday. October 22nd, Khadijah Amin. She is actually my sister, who is a State Farm representative right over here in North Point.
Happy birthday, Khadijah. Your whole family is born.
Hey,
in
October
is
the month. This is the month. I'm telling you. We have so many birthdays in October.
I'm counting back 9 months, and I'm going to see.
Call mama.
I'm giving a report. I'm calling you.
All right, October 23rd. Marcus Harper, Sugar Bears.
Sugar Bears?
Yes, and Dana Harrison over at Asbury.
Happy birthday to all of y'all.
Yes. So don't forget, you can purchase News You Can Use gear and continue the conversation on our podcast at nycu.tv. And don't forget, you can check us out at nycu.fm. You can go there to hear music 24/7. Damali's playlist in Damali's World from 10 o'clock a.m. until 12 o'clock p.m. Charles's playlist in Mr. Harper's Neighborhood from 12 o'clock p.m. to 2 p.m. The Super Mix with DJ JB Smooth from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. and the J-Bone Lounge from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. along with Rue's Love Lounge from 10 o'clock p.m. until 2 o'clock a.m. Don't forget, you can hit us up on any of our social media. That's Facebook or Instagram. You can hit us up at World One Development, Edurect Youth and Family Fund Center, the 36th Street North Event Center, or Fitting Back In Prison Reentry Program.
Quick shout out to Gary Barnett, Big Brother Trio down in the ATL. I didn't miss you, my brother. Shout out to Lynette Harris that's on here as well. Love you, my sister. Look forward to seeing you. We got to get ready to get out of here, y'all.
Yes.
Thank you for everybody that's been listening.
I got to go pack.
From all around the world. We got to go pack.
Yeah.
We got to pack. I think I'm going to start packing for Uganda today, too, because, I mean, I don't know really how to pack.
Listen, Rodney, we didn't tell you this. We got shots yesterday.
All right.
Yes, the yellow fever shot.
No, this is what she did. She said the big people faint first.
Now, y'all don't even drink. What you mean y'all got shots yesterday?
Yeah, we don't do this kind of shots.
No, we don't do this kind of
we talking about shots for a purpose. That's right there. Serves a different kind of purpose.
Right.
But anyway, it was good. It was good, and this is the next day, and it feels good.
Yeah. Hey, guess what? What? I got our tickets.
Ooh, we got tickets, bro. Yes, when you got tickets, baby, we ready.
So before we get out of here, thank you so much, Pastor Rodney Gray, for coming and hanging out with us. We appreciate you. We appreciate that all that you've been doing in the Tulsa area. God said come here, and you stayed.
Yes.
From D.C., and we appreciate that, and we humbled, and we ready to go with you to Uganda. We're going to have a good time, and we're going to report it back.
Yes.
Any final thoughts for these people that's tuning in all around the world?
Well, we just appreciate any support that they give, not only to this, but just to World One, your development. This is awesome. And I just appreciate how you're helping Uganda, how you're helping here in Tulsa, and how you're helping the world. And now you're going to go down there and be with, what is it, prime time.
Okay, yes.
All right.
Dude, I already got my little step there. Hey, quick shout out to Bobby, man. Thanks for allowing us this platform to speak to the whole world. We appreciate him, the KBOB. Jay Beasy did a good job as always. Damali, another shout out to Miss Val.
Yes.
She sung that somebody windows might be knocked out the way she sang. I'm going to knock the windows out your car. Y'all better not knock nobody's windows out. Y'all done heard us singing that. You better hold yourself on. We got to get ready to get out of here, y'all. We love y'all and appreciate y'all, but I tell you what, please consider donating to Eden Media Services, the Hip Hop Community Radio. Continue to stay on the air. You can send your donation made payable to Eden Media Services. We're located at 1216 North Lansing Avenue. Sweet D, we moving on up, y'all. Tulsa, Oklahoma, 74106. This has been News You Can Use with your boy, Charles Harper, that's me.
And Damali Wilson, that's me.
And we are live every Wednesday from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m., so make sure you tune in.
Later, y'all.
Get ready for the Soulfly Comedy Tour.
You love me? I love you too. Lou, get up. Let me see. Now sit down.
Hey man, you already know what time it is. Your boy DCO, Fly Baby.
DCO Fly is popping up in your city for one night only. Saturday, December 10th at the Tulsa Theater.
Ooh, turn around, mama. Show. Ooh, boy, all on the back of your head. Move.
That's right. It's DC Young Fly and Friends with special surprise guests.
Yes. I didn't know about it.
Tickets go on sale Friday, 10 a.m. at TulsaTheater.com. The Soulfly Comedy Tour, powered by Ranch and Kenya, produced by the Pop-Up Comedy Series.
If you'd like to promote or advertise your events or business on this show, inbox us on Facebook at World One Development. This has been World One Development's News You Can Use with Charles Harper and Damali Wilson. The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed on this program belong solely to the host and their guests, and not necessarily to this station, organization, committee, or any other group or individual associated with KBOB 89.9. Thank you guys. Have a great day. We'll see you next week.